Very good afternoon, Professor Vas, Professor Ashwini Sharma, Sadgopan Sahab, Supriya ji, Karnika ji, P.K. Gupta ji, dignitaries in the hall, faculty members of VIPs. No, I'll just speak like that. Acha, you have already placed. Okay. So I'm very privileged to be here to be talking on this very important conference being organized by VIPs. This is the first time I'm visiting, but then we have been hearing about VIPs. Would like to congratulate all the organizers for this. So the question given to me was that what all is being done by the government. So we started long back with our various programs on computerization, late 80s when we started computerization of land records, then early 90s, the railway reservation, then late 90s, we did property registration in one of the states of Andhra Pradesh. And then in 2006, we came out with a big program called NEGP, National E-Governance Program, having 4 components, where we set up the data center in states, where we set up the network up to sub-district level called the project called SWAN, where we set up a common service centers, one in around 6 villages, 1 lakh of them. We have 6.52 lakh villages. So we that time set up 1 lakh common service center in order to provide assisted services. In addition to that, we also identified 27 areas and sectors having the services, citizen services called mission mode projects. So 27 areas like land record, areas like passport, areas like postal computerization, banking computerization, insurance computerization, court, which ma'am Karnika was talking of. So they were all identified where services could be delivered. And in 2012, we came out with mobile governance since the penetration of mobile was increasing in the country. So that is how we started working on various things. And then in 2014, when this government came in power, the vision was directly given by Honorable Prime Minister. And that time, while inaugurating the program, Professor Sharma was there, Ashwini Sharma ji was there working with us that time. So he gave a vision that IT plus IT is equal to IT, that Indian talent and information technology is going to be India's tomorrow or world's tomorrow. So that was a big statement given by him. And then second statement given by him was that technology only can now bring transformation. Whatsoever was to happen had happened in a manual system. Now you have to use either IT or any other technologies to bring about changes, to bring about transformation. I'll come to that slide probably. This was a vision given. You can see that to transform India into digitally empowered society and knowledge economy. So that statement, it was not talking about that we have to deliver service. It was talking that we have to empower society, and then that empowerment is going to drive us towards knowledge economy. And then under that, we have sub-vision areas of infrastructure, vision areas under services, vision areas under empowerment, where we started with connecting our villages to BharatNet project. Initial proposal was to reach up to 2.5 lakh gram panchayat and then further reaching to 6.52 lakh villages. The work is already in progress, and we have already connected around 1.98 lakh gram panchayats and similar number of further villages, making them smart villages. And then second was Aadhaar, which everyone is using for various purposes, whether to authenticating yourself, whether to authenticating your digital transaction, whether to deduplicate the data of various schemes. So that is being done by the government. So that is number 2. Common service mobile phone is a big revolution where right now we have around 140 crore mobile phones operating in the country. There could be it may not be a unique one, but it could be a duplicate one also, which one is there. But then the entire ecosystem around mobile phones, it is not only the usage of mobile, but manufacturing of mobile. In 2014, where we had 2 companies manufacturing and assembling mobiles, now we have around 400 companies. And day is not far off, rather it has started at iPhone, and all other mobile phones will be, as earlier you were seeing them being manufactured in China, they will be manufactured and exported from India. So that is a revolution around which we are working right now. And common service centers, which we started with 1 in 6 villages, now almost we have 5.3 lakh common service center. These are PPP mode common service centers. Any youth can come forward, set up a common service center, deliver services, and services are not few. There are around 300 services being delivered from common service center, which are working across the country. Then we had the private space on cloud. That time we decided that we will be like Google Drive or something. So we came out with the idea that this type of space, like a locker in a bank. So digital locker we started that time, and probably all the students may be using it. Your board results, your documents being issued from any of the government offices, universities, boards, everything is coming now to DigiLocker. And cybersecurity is very, very important. The previous speakers, they spoke of the security at government of India level also. We are doing and taking necessary measures in order to see that our cyberspace is secured. All our websites and portals, before uploading to public domain, they are audited. In addition to that, every time any patch going on there, that is also audited now. Right now, we have also set up a national cyber coordination, NCCC, where the data flowing inside the country and going out of the country is also being surveillanced. We look into the data through various tools. We have also set up one national critical information infrastructure protection center, which is taking care of the critical infrastructure like email, like cloud infrastructure, like GSTN, like GEM. So all these things are being seen by us. So this is on our infrastructure side. And then going to our services, which is very, very important. When we started with NEGP, where 27 mission mode projects were there, now we are talking in terms of the integration. Now we are talking in terms of the digital public infrastructure, DPIs, which you may be hearing of. DPIs are nothing but open source, open API, standard tools, which we are now implementing. And we are also saying to other countries in the world that these DPIs, these open source tools, building blocks can be used by you, can be ensured that other countries can also make use of these DPIs and ensure that these software created by us, these building blocks, reusable components created by us can be used by other countries as well. So we are moving towards integration of the services. We are seeing to it that land record is not only a land record where you can get a copy of record of rights, but you can integrate land record with land registration, with revenue codes, with banks, with gram panchayats, with agriculture, with fertilizer, so those integrated public portals are being created by the government so that anyone can get a integrated or personalized view. Similarly, in the sector of education, in the sector of health, in the sector of skilling, labor, so we are trying to create a integrated portal and services. Online and mobile is very, very important, since I was talking of the penetration of mobile phones increasing in the country. So we are delivering more and more services through mobile. We have a mobile first principle in the government, which has come as part of Digital India, that whenever you are creating a system or a portal, its mobile version should come first, available on iOS, Android, or if it is not on them, then the responsive type of system, web-based system should be there so that it can run very well on the mobile systems. Portable entitlement are very, very important. If I am here today and tomorrow I am shifting to Shimla or some other place, so my entitlement, I need not to run after bureaucracy or the PDS ration card office. I can enable my systems directly to online systems so that my entitlement can be, and one nation, one ration card. Now we are coming out with a new system called document registration. So you need not to go to a particular sub-registrar. You can go to any registrar and get your immobile property registered out there. So that is another one. Ease of doing business. In 2014, we were 142 ranking in the ease of doing business. Now we are 63. And next indexing coming in 2024, we are going to jump further around 2025 ranks. Financial transaction in 2014 itself, we decided that we will be going for digital payment, but with demonetization coming in, that created a big sport for digital payment. Now with many tools like UPI and other services where banks, you can transact within seconds, 30 seconds, and not only that, it is working in India, it is working with few other countries. If you are going to Singapore, you need not to carry any dollars. You can simply go with your UPI enabled. You can transact directly with the system out there. Similarly, we are working with Russia where their MRI and our UPI can interact together in order to ensure that you can make the payment directly to UPI system. Coming to last is the GIS, where you may have heard of PM Gati Shakti project, where all the infrastructure ministries are coming to a single portal, placing their data layers, map layers, so that other department can also see that data. Like if I am a civil aviation and setting up or constructing an airport, so I can very well see that when the road is coming around that area, or if it is not coming, then I can say and request them that, okay, please construct a road because airport is coming around this area. So these ministries can coordinate together, plan together, monitor together in order to ensure that we have a integrated development in the country. Coming to empowerment is very, very important, and the skilling, the training, and all those programs which are being run by government as well as by the institutes. We have started with PM Disha program, where we decided that 6 crore people will be trained on digital technologies, and out of which we have already trained 5.34 crores. We have started MeitY, where citizen can interact with the government. Your opinion do matter to us. The opinion of the villager do matter to us. In case they are giving any important suggestions, good suggestions that are being incorporated now as part of the government guidelines, processes, and developmental schemes. We also started with India is a complex in terms of the languages. We have 22 official languages and many more languages. So we are we are working on a platform called Bhashni, where you can do Bhasha Dan every day. One sentence will appear there, and anyone can translate in his language. He can even type in his language. He can also speak in his language. We are trying to create a corpora, and IITs, triple IITs, NIITs are put in the work in order to have a models, in order to have a tools around that, so that we can provide a solution around Indian languages for text-to-text, text-to-speech, and other various activities needed around that. We are working on a number of other schemes like My Scheme, where you need to go to a My Scheme system, put your details, put your profile, and it will tell you that under which scheme of the government, under which scholarship of the government, where you can do PhD. So it will drive you and then give you the details of all the programs of the government. We have also worked out a single sign-on, where you need not to remember multiple passwords. From a single password, you can go to multiple government website. Digital data privacy is very, very important to us, and then with DPDP, which has come recently based on various principles, where there is a strong mechanism where consent has to be taken from the people or from the individuals. It cannot be done like this. It also says that if the data is taken from particular purpose, it can be used for that purpose. In case it is being used for other purposes, then consent has to be taken. Consent can be taken in different, the option for different languages will be there. In case of breach, accountability is also ensured. In case of the breach, 500 crore fine is there. So we are working on number of systems, number of technologies, whether we also have a cloud first principle. Cloud first principle means all the government systems need mandatorily to be placed on the cloud. They cannot set up their own data centers. Even if data is secure, then we have a provision of government community cloud. So those are being enabled in the country. So these are few of the things where we are working very, very actively, and it is not being done by only by the government. The industry is participating, industry is helping us in order to see that we work together and provide a better citizen-oriented, simple citizen-oriented services to the citizen of the country. Thank you so much.